Hey guys, so making this video because I see loads of these videos of how to record retro game consoles, and some of the equipment that they use is rather pricey. Like, it'll be rather expensive, so I wanted to do my own video of how to do the same thing except with more affordable equipment. So right now I have I'm going to show what you need. So for this, you're going to obviously have your console that you want to record on. I'm using my NES for this. You could do this with like an SNES. It's another example. PlayStation 2. I don't even know if you could do it on the PlayStation 2 actually. Because I know the PlayStation 3 and the Xbox 360 have like HDCP like built into them. So if you're ever going to do one of those consoles and this method doesn't work, I don't have like an actual working VCR right now, but maybe in the future if I do get a working one, I might make a video about how to record retro game consoles that have HDCP on them if you guys want that. But I don't even know if I'll ever do a video like that, but it doesn't matter. So also have your retro game console. It's appropriate cables, which in this case is the yellow red. This will work too if it's yellow, white, red. It doesn't have to be exactly these cables, but you know, you could also find like, it could be the OEM cables or whatever the case may be. As long as it works well, that's what matters. The second thing you'll need is the composite cables, or the same thing basically as I've said, except instead you're going to get separate ones. Well, it could be even the exact same OEM cables, but for this case, I found some spare composite cables or RCA cables that came in with a DVD player. I found them somewhere in a box, but you know, you could probably find them for like, I don't know, $5 to $10 depending on where you buy them from. So yeah. Next thing you're gonna need is 2 to 3 RCA splitters. Now, if you have the yellow, white, red cables, then you're gonna need 3 RCA splitters. These are pretty darn cheap. I've got them for like, I don't even know how much I got these for back in the day, but these were like, or not, maybe not back in the day, but I think I've got these for like, I think they're like $1 or $2 for 3 of them, or 4 or something. So keep an eye out on some good deals. I mean, even if they're from China, they'll work well. So yeah, there's that. The other thing you'll need is your capture card. Now, I'm going to be using the EasyCap for this. It's a great capture card, especially for $10. I mean, or maybe you could find this for less, but $10 for a capture card, or even $5 is amazing value. You got the cap on it, and it also comes with an extender cable, so that's really nice. So yeah, I'll get this thing started. So first things first is, since I'm using the EasyCap and it comes with this extender cable, I'm going to be plugging it into my laptop, or in this case my MacBook. So it's plugged in. Now the next thing you're going to do, I've got that plugged in. You could just plug the EasyCap straight in, but I'm just using the extender cable just to be safe. So next you'd plug into that. I'm going to have to do it with 2 hands actually. Hold on a sec. Okay, there we go. Plugged in. And now that you got that plugged in, the next thing you're going to do is you're going to take your RCA splitters and you're going to plug them into the back of the TV, into the input where you'd usually put your console. Now, however, since I have a newer TV that doesn't have AV, like the yellow, white, red, but instead has component, though the funny thing is this TV does recognize if I do plug in green, if I plug in the yellow into the green and then the red into the red into on the other side, then it works. So, but otherwise, you don't have to do it exactly as I do. You could, if you have the yellow, white, red on the back of your TV, then you could just plug in the, like, let me show you guys. I know it's very dim. I try to get a light on here, but it doesn't work with my camera, so, okay. Can you guys see that? I don't think you can. But right there, this is the green. So if you do have component, or like you're trying to plug in AV into component, you'd plug in the yellow into the green, basically. But if you have the yellow, then you could just plug it into the, you basically plug in the RCA Y splitter into the yellow. And then the other two, if, well, because I have it's yellow red, the audio is mono, so I just had to just plug it into the red on the left side. Now, this itself is mirrored, but if it is, but let's just say it's like green, blue, red, or whatever. You just basically want to plug in the RCA Y splitter into the green, and then because in the way it's lined up, because this is right here, this is red. You can't really see, it's dim, but because it's blue, it's red, blue, and green. So then you just go on the other side of the thing, you'd plug it into the red. Now, there's also white here, but the NES doesn't have white cord, so I could just skip that. But if you do have a white one, then you would plug the RCA Y splitter into that. So next is you're going to want to plug in the cables that come with your console, or the ones you use for your console, right? You just want to plug it in. So yellow, red. Now take the other end of the cables and you plug them into the RCA Y splitter. Because you know how I said earlier to plug in the RCA Y splitters into the yellow and white and red. Well, in this case, it's just yellow red. So I'm going to be putting the yellow into the Y splitter that I put into the green or yellow. And then I'm going to put the red into the Y splitter I put into the red. Now, you just plug it in, and there you go. Now, I think you can see it better, but now you're going to get your separate composite cables, which in this case is the one that came in with the, in my case it's the one that came in with the DVD player. You're going to plug in the yellow into the same one as in the yellow, but except since I put this on the top, it doesn't really matter. So the yellow, if you put the yellow on the top and you put it on the bottom, but if you did it vice versa, then you get it. I don't have to explain this. But and then the red, just put into the red. And as you can see, if you could see that even, have the yellow and the red. We have that. I don't think you could see it. Okay, maybe you could see it better, but there you go. And now, you can now turn over your TV or whatever. And now you take the other end of your separate composite cables and you're going to plug it into your capture card, or in my case it's the EasyCap. So you have to do this with two hands. So put that in, then put the red in. So there you go. You could also technically put in the white, but that would technically do nothing. Like, it would look like this, but since it's just yellow red, I'll even take it out because there's no point of having it in. Yep. There we go. So now that you've got that done, you would plug in your console, which in my case would be plug is there, and I'll put in my game cartridge inside the NES, and I'll get back to you guys once I got that. Okay, so I got the TV powered on and the game cartridge in. Let's see if it works. And just like that, it works. Now, the next thing you're going to do is you're going to have to use the recording software to record your gameplay. Now, the software I'm going to be using is going to be Open Broadcaster software. I'm going to switch over to the computer after opening up the Open Broadcaster software, so yeah, I'm going to do that right now. Okay, I am back. So right now, when you will open up the Open Broadcaster software, you're obviously not going to see much. You're going to see this. So what you want to do is see how there's sources inside of here, right? So you're going to want to right click, hover over add, and then go to video capture device. You're going to press OK. And you're going to go over to device, click on this drop down box, and go choose AV to USB 2.0. You're going to press OK. And before we do anything else, you obviously want the audio from your game console, right? So I'm going to go over to settings, audio, and then for the microphone slash that stuff, you want to go click on the drop down box, and then you're going to want to choose from this selection, you're going to choose microphone, and at the end it says like 2 AV2. Yeah. Press apply. Okay. And then you could press preview stream. And there you go. Now you have your, I guess, gameplay. Though if you're going to be recording, I'd recommend doing it in 1280 by 720. You could do 480p as well if you wanted to. But I'll even do that just to show you. You could do it too, but I'd recommend doing it at 1280 by 720. So yeah, and if it looks like this, where it's like small and it's like in a corner, make sure in your sources, your video capture device, which is selected right now, you're going to press Control F, and so that it is it fits nicely, and you'll have some black bars on the sides. But I mean, if you really wanted to, you could even stream in 640 by 48, or not stream. You would just make your resolution 640 by 480, but I'm not going to do that because it's just too lengthy of time, honestly. But yeah, that's it for the video. If you even want, I could even at the end of the video put some gameplay if you want it. So yeah, that's it really. Thank you for watching, and new video coming out soon, by the way. Stay tuned for that, and I'll see you guys then.